Hey guys, Greg with BTOD TV and BTOD.com. In today's weight capacity comparison, we will be comparing the Flexispot EC1 to the Jarvis product from Fully. Now both of these desks do have quite a bit different weight capacities. The Flexispot EC1 is 187 pounds with the weight of the surface, and the Fully Jarvis is 350 pounds. Now what we do with our testing is we like to look at 3 or 4 different weights. Today we're going to be looking at 3 different weights, comparing each desk and seeing how they perform. First, we'll be looking at 100-pound capacity, then we'll be maxing out the Flexispot EC1, and then finally we will max out the Fully Jarvis product. With that, let's get into the test. Before we jump into the test, we do want to just cover a couple quick things. Now you'll notice the desks are set at the same height. This is a sitting height. We like to take it from the same sitting height to the same standing height. The other thing you'll notice is that the EC1 from Flexispot does not have a programmable switch, so I will have to hold down the button. The Jarvis product does have a programmable switch, so that'll make it easy for me. I'll just press and release the switch. You're going to want to take a note of how these desks move at different height ranges, see how they compare to each other to make sure you're getting the best product for your specific needs. With that, let's go ahead and jump into the first test, which again is a 100-pound capacity test. For our second test, we will be maxing out the first desk, the Flexispot EC1. If you remember, it has a 187-pound capacity. So we've got both desks set up right now at the 190-pound mark. So this is just slightly over what they recommend using the desk for. I wouldn't recommend this just because you run into the risk of potentially voiding warranties, things like that. But for the purpose of the test, we will be overloading the desk, and because we found that it doesn't have overload protection, it will work with a capacity over what is recommended. So with that, let's check out the 190-pound comparison. For our final and third test, we will be maxing out the Fully Jarvis product. If you remember, this has a 350-pound max capacity, so we're maxing out on that desk. We also have the same capacity on the Flexispot EC1, but this only has a 187-pound max capacity with the Surface, so we're well beyond that number. We would not recommend trying this at home because it will void your warranty. What we're going to do is we're going to run it for just a little bit. You'll get an idea of kind of how slow it is compared to the Fully product, because it's quite a bit slower, and then I'll go ahead and stop and just let the Fully complete its progress to the top. Hopefully this comparison of the Flexispot EC1 versus the Jarvis from Fully gave you a better idea on how each desk performs at those different weight capacities, especially when we got into the mid and upper weight capacities. First thing you could tell is that the Fully product was definitely more consistent. That's to be expected because it is quite a bit more expensive than the Flexispot EC1, but the Flexispot EC1 still was able to lift well beyond its capacity. Now it slowed down quite a bit, especially when we were way overloaded, and it made quite a bit more noise, so we wouldn't recommend running it there, but at least this gave you a better idea on how each desk will perform at those various weights. Now if you like this video, we're going to be putting out a ton of these videos coming out in the future, looking at various competing brands, seeing how each performs for their weight capacities. And if you want to make sure you catch all those videos, we definitely recommend that you subscribe to the channel. Really appreciate you watching today. Thanks a lot.